Hello my beautiful artist friends, my name is Jessica Libor and I am an artist and an artist coach, and I'm here to talk to you today about how to create a buzz around your work during the holiday season. So during the holiday season, we want to create excitement around our work because most artists would love to bring in some extra income during the holiday season and really capitalize on people's desire to spend more money to decorate their homes, to give gifts. So it's a really great time of the year to really create a buzz around your work. And why not? So I have two methods that I think are really great to create buzz around your work during the holidays. And the first one is to actually create an in-person event. So this is an event that really lets your work truly shine and that reflects back to people the really unique and interesting parts of your work and helps them interact with it a little bit more and helps them to keep it top of mind and to also associate it with like a really fun time. So the way that I think of this is kind of like a Gatsby party. If you've ever seen the movie The Great Gatsby or read the book, just think of those like fantastic parties they used to throw during like the roaring 20s, and everyone would come and you know, it was really fun. There's a lot to do there. It's very exciting. It's not just about standing around. It's also about like interactions, and it's also like very stylish, and it's really a reflection of the host. So what you want to do is create a really fun event around your work that really draws people in, you know, especially if it's like a public event. Now, if you have, you know, an art studio or like a shop that's like open to the public, even like an art studio like in a building, then it's totally safe, I believe, to invite anyone to come in, you know, and to advertise it maybe on like Eventbrite, on Facebook, so that people who are interested in the arts, who are from your area, are going to see that and will be like, oh, this looks like a really fun event, very interesting. I think I'm going to come to that. And you can make it free, or you can even charge, you know, tickets for it. And, you know, depending on how you feel about that, I've done both, and, you know, both are fine. Or you could do something in the middle, like have a donation opportunity for people to do that. So, but creating an in-person event that is really unique and interesting, and it's like a really fun party, that will bring in potential collectors and will also like relax people. It's an opportunity for connection with new people, and when you connect with new people, they're absolutely more willing to trust you, more willing to invest in you, invest in your art, invest in your career, and you become more top of mind to them, so that when they think of an artist, they think of you, and they think what you're doing is absolutely fabulous. And whenever you give people like a really good time, they're gonna think of you in like a really good way, and it's only natural for them to want to, you know, take a little bit of that home with them. So at this party, then I would say like create interesting, interactive things for the guests to do that reflect on your art. So maybe like your art is all about color. So maybe you could have things that people can do that have to do with color. Like maybe you have big pieces of colored paper on the walls and people are able to like draw on them with like different kind of markers. Or maybe they're able to paint their own, you know, scene. Or maybe you're serving really interesting, very colorful food. So think of different things that you can do that really reflect on your work. Or if like you're a plein air painter, say, and you paint everything outside, maybe you could like bring the outdoors in and, you know, create little dioramas with like sticks or you know, flowers, rocks that are nearby to like your paintings, so that when people see them, they think of like, oh, this is like reminding me of the paintings, and maybe they can like create their own little dioramas. So think of like interesting things for people to do, because for collectors sometimes it's a little bit awkward to come to your studio and then, you know, the focus is on like, well, are you gonna buy? because there's this like feeling of pressure, and nobody likes to feel pressured. People want to feel like they are freely, they are freely doing things. So nobody wants to feel pressured into buying your art. They want to be like, well, I want to buy that. How can I buy that? And that's really what you want too as an artist. You don't want to be convincing people to buy your work. You want to be helping people buy your work. So part of that is like creating this setting where people are having a lot of fun. And when people have a lot of fun, maybe have a little bit to drink, having good food, good company, they're much more relaxed and they're much more willing to invest in you, invest in your artwork. So that is my tip for having like a holiday party. Make it interesting, make it festive, and don't put all the emphasis on like sales, but also make it like really clear that everything is for sale, like putting prices on everything. So yeah, that's my 2 cents for like creating a buzz around your work in a physical space. Now you can also create a buzz around your work if you are, doing this in the online space. And doing this for the holidays, I would do this by, really creating more content during the holidays, and then, posting more of it. And as far as what specific content to create, I can't tell you what specifically to create because every artist's work is so uniquely different. But I will say you want to create work that that shows the spirit of the piece and that shows your own spirit as well, as an artist, the artist's intent. So you want to show the work in a space that is like really elevating for that work. And then you want to speak about the work, just like I'm speaking to you now. So you want to speak about the work and then maybe show the piece and then speak about it some more so that people really understand the inspiration behind it and they're able to feel that connection with you as well. So then they feel like it's not just like something they picked up at a department store, it's like this is really special. And that's what you want them to feel. To create more of a buzz, you want to really select like 1 or 2 of your favorite social media outlets. Like for me, it's really Instagram, and I do use Pinterest, but primarily Instagram in my mailing list. And you want to reach out to people more during the holidays because then you become more in the forefront of their consciousness. And they say that people need to hear from you 7 times before they decide to purchase. So really speaking and not being afraid to like kind of repeat yourself sometimes. It's not a bad thing because we live in such a media saturated world. Sometimes you do need to repeat yourself to be heard. But really create magical content that really shows your work off and get really creative, get really excited about it. Because people love artists and they love to see how they create. So yeah, create very interesting like reels, posts, emails that show your passion for your work, because passion is contagious, and when you have a passion for something, other people are also going to come alongside you. So yeah, those are my 2 tips for creating a buzz around your work during the holidays. Number 1, have a holiday party, make it really fun, Gatsby, just like a really fun party and create that sense of like celebration. And then number 2 is to create that buzz online by creating interesting and magical content that really reflects the interesting and the highest points of your work. So those are my 2 tips for you. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I'd love to know how you are going to use that. And if you do want more support, I do have lots of courses and coaching at thevisionaryartistsalon.com, so you can check that out. It'll be in the link around here somewhere. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you soon.